Hi, it's Benji on Benji 84.0. You might be thinking, how has he got hundreds of subscribers and yet he doesn't have much content uploaded to his channel? That's because this is a relaunch. This is not the first content I've ever made. Anyway, this isn't so much another red flag to look out for in women. This is having to explain something blatantly, glaringly obvious, which apparently still needs to be explained to some guys. If a woman cheats on you, right, okay, as a straight man, which I am, and most of my audience are going to be, I know my audience, everyone's welcome. Well, I know that most of my audience is going to be straight men. This is, to a large extent, a men's channel, and all of my content has been over the years. There's variety to it, and everybody's welcome. However, I know my audience. So, as a straight man, in a romantic relationship with a woman, if she cheats, that's the end, right? Now, apparently, some guys don't seem to understand this. So, and again, I'll keep this quick. Now, this isn't a red flag. This isn't a red flag to look out for in women who you want who you might want a romantic relationship with, or who you are in a romantic relationship with as a straight man. No, this isn't a red flag. This is game over. Now, while choosing a photo to use as my custom thumbnail for this, I came across some articles. Now, it was talking about husbands whose wives cheat on them, and one gave a Reddit story where the guy was getting support from the comments section. That one didn't annoy me. Another one was propaganda, basically. It said, again, I'm paraphrasing, I didn't write it down, I didn't make notes, I haven't made notes for this, I don't need to. I can do this off the top of my head, I can do this all day long. I'm not going to, I'll keep it short and to the point. It said, so your wife's cheated on you and you think leaving is the best move. Yeah, well, obviously, that's me saying that. Well, maybe think again. Divorce is a hassle. Yeah, obviously. And it then proceeds to convince the hypothetical man to stay with his cheating wife, how to forgive the cheating wife, how to move forward. What the F are you talking about? Your wife has slept, probably unprotected. Again, I'm being careful with my language here. Had unprotected relations, physical relations with another man. And there's a way to move past that. Yeah, divorce. That's the way to move past it. If you're stupid enough to get married to one of these modern Western women. Now, I've not covered that yet on this iteration of my content. You can guess where I stand. Well, I just said where I stand on that. And then the third article that stood out was making excuses for cheating wives. Again, these were cheating wives when I was looking for a photo to use as the custom thumbnail for this video. Because a cheating wife is the worst version of it. It's worse, and often there are offspring involved. I mean, it's just diabolical. It's pure Jezebel behaviour, the Jezebel spirit on full display. And the first one, the Reddit comments that were mentioned in the article were on the guy's side, fair enough. The second one was convincing the hypothetical guy to stay with his cheating, slatternly wife, right? And the third one was making excuses for women, saying, oh, and also there was a quote, when you hear the word cheating spouse, you automatically assume men. No, I don't, actually. I don't automatically assume men. That's blue pill people that do that, and I will return to blue pill people imminently. If you've not guessed it by now or read my channel description, this is a red pill channel, okay? I'm not going to keep using that phrase. And no, I don't automatically assume it's the husband, because it's not. It's usually the wife. It's usually the wife. Now, there are no accurate statistics on that, because that relies on the women telling the truth. You are much more likely to get men to admit cheating. Married men are more likely to admit to cheating than married women, all right? And I've seen various statistics, and a lot of women do admit to it. But that's the ones that admit to it. there are going to be a lot more. All right, I'll come to that in a minute. There's quite a lot to cover here, and I want to cover it quickly. So no, I don't automatically assume it's the man. And then it says, it gives like it's written by a woman, obviously. This article, you know, by this amazing female journalist. And saying, imagine being married, imagine, you know, the mundanity of it, the boredom of it, right? Blah, 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 making excuses for effing well, cheating on the husband and breaking up the family, potentially. There are usually offspring. In fact, I think that example was saying, imagine being a mother and how mundane it is and how boring and blah, 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 go and cheat on your husband. That's what that was. What a crock of anyway. Right. If a woman cheats on you, that you as the man are in a romantic relationship with, that is it. Now, I'm not going into story time. I have personal experience with this. I imagine lots of you watching do as well, gentlemen, and any women that are here too. Maybe you do, but this isn't aimed at you. This is not a video for you. You're welcome to watch. I'm not even going to get sidetracked with that. That's not my concern. There are plenty of channels for you. Ladies, you're welcome here as well, though. But this is not the video for that, and maybe I'll never make a video for that. So, gentlemen, yes, if she cheats, that's it. If you even suspect, that means she probably is. Bear in mind, secret phones. All right. Now, I've known about secret phones for over 10 years. Secret phones are a thing, and think how cheap phones are now. You can walk into a supermarket and buy an off-the-shelf, pay-as-you-go, burner smartphone for a few quid or a few bucks, all right? Secret phones are a thing. Of course they are. Now, I've heard if it's the woman's car, under the front driver's seat, her seat, possibly look there, I don't know. I've heard that. I've just dropped that one in there because it depends. And look, it's up to you to figure out if she's cheating or not. Okay, if you even suspect it, she probably is, and it probably is. And I'm going to drop something in here that to me, and I've always thought this, intent is as bad as action. So if she even intends to cheat and you somehow manage to stop her before she does, it's still cheating. Right, the intent is there. So yeah, that's it. If she cheats, that's it. I mean, and don't go, oh, and here's another thing. How many times have you heard this? You have a married couple and it'd be, yeah, well, you know, this will be the husband. We've been through our ups and downs. We've had our rocky patches. And the woman be, yeah, we've had our ups and downs. We've had our rocky patches. But we're stronger. We worked through it together and we're stronger now than ever. Right. Yeah, okay, you mean the woman cheated and the husband is so pitiful he put up with it and he's now going to live the rest of his life as a cuckold with cuckold's horns, and people are probably going to know about it, so it's a shameful existence, right? It's always that. Yeah, we've had our rocky patches, you know, some bozo blue pillar, and I'll come to those, and the woman, yeah, well, we worked through it. We went to marriage counselling, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right, you cheated. He let you get away with it. He's a knowing cuckold, the worst kind of cuckold. He's got his cuckold's horns, and lots of people probably know about it. And anyone red pill like me can read that. That is code for he's a cuck. He knows it. And you cheated on him and he's let you get away with it. And the whole thing's a sham. That's what that's code for. So there are going to be, not just me, others that are going to read through that. They're going to read that. They're going to see straight through that. They're going to read that like a book, and see that is code for he is a cuckold and he knows it and he puts up with it and he stays with the wife, right? The worst kind of cuckold. He lives a shameful life, a shameful existence, in my opinion. And he's got the cuckold's horns on full display and the cheating wife. That's what that's code for. I'm red pill. I'm going to see straight through it. And I've just spelled it out to a lot of other people as well. If you weren't aware of that. Just an example, one I've seen a lot. And don't go asking blue pill blokes, guys, for advice, right? And not on romantic relationships. Don't do it. You are asking a blue pill guy for advice on a romantic relationship, on romantic relationships, is as bad as asking Forrest Gump or Simple Jack for advice, all right? Don't ask blue pillars for advice on romantic relationships. Seriously. If you do, you get what you deserve. Anyway, I think I've covered quite a lot there. If you like the video, hit the like button and give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone if you think they might get something from it. Subscribe, and when you do, ring the notification bell. Comment. This is Benji on Benji 84.0. Hasta pronto.